Hi everybody, Nicole from Momtrends here, and I have a special guest in my kitchen, Liza Huber, who is the founder of SageSpoonfuls. And Liza, what are we going to be doing today?
We are going to be showing everyone how really truly easy it is to make your own homemade baby food. Starting with a really super easy stage 1 puree, avocado and banana, no cooking involved whatsoever. You can make it in like 15 seconds.
I was definitely one of those moms who was intimidated by the thought of making my own baby food, and most of the time I did reach for organic names that I trusted,
Right.
And now that I'm researching more, fresh is really the way to go. And why fresh? Why are we doing this?
You know, it's so true. A lot of moms can get intimidated. Of course, you know, taking your baby to the next stage, it can be very intimidating. But what we're learning now is, you know, fresh really is best, because even the most expensive, you know, high-end store-bought brands, it's still processed. It has to be processed for shelf life of, you know, 6 months, 12 months, 18 months, sometimes up to 2 years. And it's that processing that destroys so much of the nutrients and the wonderful antioxidants and that taste, the texture, the smell, that's really so critical for our babies. And it's really been proven that feeding your baby homemade baby food is not only healthier, but it helps to prevent picky eating, which is such a huge problem for moms across the board.
It's all over the blog.
Yeah.
Now we know that this is something that we should definitely try, and we're going to demystify the preparation and really show you that you can do it.
That's a good way to put it, demystifying it. It's really as easy as mashing things with the back of a fork.
So a very first recipe, we're talking about something, this is for babies, maybe their first or second foods that they're working with.
Right. This is an avocado and a banana puree for stage 1. This is good for 4 to 6 months. Before you combine any foods, you always want to make sure your baby has tried each one individually first to make sure there's no kind of allergies. But banana and avocado are both pretty well liked across the board.
Okay, so let's get started.
So this is a no-cook puree. You're basically just going to take, you know, an organic banana, throw it into the blender. You're going to take a nice ripe avocado.
So there's no chopping involved either.
There's nothing, literally nothing. You just cut the
You're not even getting your cutting
board.
board
Look at
dirty.
this. Let's just throw it in there. It's 1 avocado, 1 banana. Throw it into the blender.
And we were talking about this, that I love this recipe because avocados and bananas are almost always in season.
That's right.
In your produce section, so you
That's
don't have
right.
to try and find elusive blueberries in December.
Absolutely.
This is the go-to.
Absolutely. And they're so great to travel with. You know, you don't always have to bring store-bought baby food. If you're going to be out for the day or if you're traveling on an airplane, you can bring an avocado or banana and just kind of mash it up, you know, and bring it with you.
Okay,
now,
so
literally
you got them
a
in
few
there.
quick pulses. And then you're done.
I love this. It's so easy to set up,
It's
and there's not a lot of
easy.
parts to clean
and it's
either.
done. And it's done, and you have this beautiful, you know, bright colors. That's what's the most wonderful thing about homemade baby food. The colors. It's so appetizing to the baby.
Jarred food is really 3 colors. It's sort of yellow mush, brown mush, and greenish
It's
mush.
true. It comes from all the processing, and the babies know the difference. You know, if you're feeding your baby over-processed green beans, you know, for the first 18 months of life, why would that tastes kind of yucky? Why would they like, you know, fresh, real green beans at 2 years old? And therein kind of lies the problem with picky eating.
This recipe, we use these 2 ingredients, and then you can find many more recipes that you can use in your, and what do you call this?
So we call this our Sage Baby Puree and Blend, and actually we give you, we're the only brand that offers both a food processor and an immersion blender. The motor clicks off, and we put our little immersion blending rod on it too. So
For smoothies.
for smoothies and also for large quantities. You know, this holds a few cups of food, but let's say you want to make 1 large butternut squash. That's like almost 30 ounces of baby food. You just put it in a big glass mixing bowl and whip it up. Same thing with applesauce. I mean, I have 4 little ones, so I could make 100 ounces of applesauce and, like, you know, fly through it in 2 days. So
Excellent.
with this, you're not limited in any way as to what kind of food you can blend, how much, or the texture you can achieve. We have different size jars. This is an 8-ounce jar for a larger, older baby, or you can use...
Or twins.
Or twins, that's right, of course. Or, you know, our 4-ounce jars, and just, I mean, honestly, just, it's a scoop and go, 1-step situation here. You know, you just fill up the jar with however much you want.
And of course the jars are BPA free.
Yeah, and glass.
And then you've got little labels on there.
We have little labels here, and you can label and date the food. So
which is perfect for if you're dropping off at daycare, because then they'll know who this belongs to.
Absolutely. Or if you do what I like to do, which is pour a glass of wine on a Sunday and make 2 months worth of food, you can just label everything, throw it in the freezer, and it's good for 3 months.
So we're going to show you a few more things in upcoming videos, a few recipes for older kids. So you're going to want to be sure to subscribe to Momtrends YouTube channel so you don't miss out on a single recipe, and be sure to check out SageSpoonfuls for more recipes and tips for giving your kids the very best food.